Hi guys, welcome back to the Cinematic Mike channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Blu-ray unboxing to this film right here, which seems like a golden nugget. It seems really special for some reason. I went to go get it today, and that is Zack Snyder's Justice League film. This is on Blu-ray. So that's the front of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Here's side view, top view, other side view. And here's the back. So yeah, I got my copy of the Blu-ray Zack Snyder's Justice League. I did see that they had like a big collector's box edition that was kind of interested in it, but I didn't want to own two copies of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. So that's one of the reasons I kind of didn't want it. And then when I was recently looking at it, I found out that it's really expensive. It's out of my price range. So I said, I'm just going to stick to the Blu-ray, which is something I feel like I was always going to go for. It's just the Blu-ray. I think I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to be on Blu-ray and it was just going to be on 4K. So that's something that really bothered me a lot. But no, it is. It's on 4K and Blu-ray, and I got the Blu-ray, and it's pretty cool. I went to the store. I went to Target, the one that I always go to here, and I already got help here with like my recent purchases here around the Target near me. The guy was really helpful, the one that works in electronics. And I went today, and I knew, and this is kind of like me going on my rant about, because I remember the days when Target, Best Buy, Walmart used to decorate and like promote the DVDs that were out. And every time I would go, it seemed like the stores would actually put these DVDs out the night before so they could be ready out there the next day, the day that they're supposed to be released. But in the past year or 2 years, you don't see that anymore. And so I already expect like what I'm going to expect right there. I have to go ask the electronic guy, like, hey man, this movie came out on DVD today. Do you guys have it? And they're like, oh yeah, it's in the back. So I want to go do that. I went to one Target, the first Target that I went. I thought, because I always get lucky there, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have it. It's gonna be in the back. But he said, you know what? I can't find it. It says that we have it, but I can't find it. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I went to another Target. They didn't have it either. She helped me out. I think she came back and said, she's like, someone just told me that we never received them. We never actually received it. So after that, I was like, oh, Walmart sometimes has these out, and I never go to Walmart. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just go check at Walmart. Checked out Walmart. Nope, they didn't have it. So then I checked like what was my estimate time arrival to get to a Best Buy that I used to go to, and it said I'd get there close to like 10 o'clock, because I guess Best Buy opens at 10. So I would get there soon. So I went there, and there was a guy putting on DVDs, and he had the rack of DVDs. So I was looking in that rack. I'm like, oh, maybe it's here. So this guy's new. He's barely putting the stuff in, and it wasn't in there. So I asked him, like, hey, you're stocking DVDs. I'm like, can you let me know if you have the Justice League movie? He's like, oh, he's like, which one? And I'm like, he's like, oh, I just put a sticker up. And he's like, yeah, I don't think we have it. And he showed me that the sticker had an X. So he says that means that they don't have it. So I was out of luck, and I'm like, oh, this is probably one of those situations where, where the release date was supposed to be this date, but then you don't see the DVD until like the next week or a couple days after the release date. That's happened to me with some movies, not a whole bunch, but I know this happens sometimes. And I'm like, oh, that's probably going to happen with Zack Snyder's Justice League, I guess. So I'm pretty sure people are like out of luck. I went to one more Target, and he already knew. He's like, you know what? Someone just came already, asked for it. We don't have it. And then I was gonna go home, but I remember that Best Buy, the guy said like, oh, this Best Buy says that they have two. And it was on my way back. So I'm like, oh, I'll just stop by. And I was calling them to see if they had it, but they didn't pick up. They left me on that freaking machine. And I was still on it by the time I got to the parking lot. So then I just clicked on it, and I got inside Best Buy, and I found two of them, and I found mine. And so now I have it here. And this is Zack Snyder's Justice League right here. So let's take it out. Let's open it up. So I got that slip cover, pretty cool. Yeah, so it's I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't like the Justice League movie at all. That I really got upset with it. Like I was like, this is so boring. This is so like I don't know. I felt like the thing was all over the place, and I didn't like it. And I think I went in expecting that from the Justice League film. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you in a bit. So here it is, DVD. I took off the wrapper. You got all the heroes right there in the front. The back, same thing as a slip cover. So that's pretty cool. Let me see. Oh man, my little slip thing came in damaged. Nah, I just bent it a little bit. I have something here, but I'm just gonna show you this because I don't know if it's a digital code or what it is, but there's that thingy. So that's just pictures of the Watchmen. I have that already. Dark Knight Rises, some promotion, and then I have this Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League on Blu-ray. Oh no, they're both Blu-ray. So I wonder. Oh, is this the disc one and disc two? So that's probably like the VHS thingies when they used to be in two cassettes. So you probably have to put in one and then put in the other one, I guess. So it doesn't come in one disc. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here because both of them have the Blu-ray logo on it. So yeah, and yeah, it does say just Blu-ray. It doesn't say DVD. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I decided to pick this up for one reason. I guess I could go back a little bit to the whole Justice League thingy. I didn't like the Josh Whedon one. That one's known as the Josh Whedon one. I had a feeling that around that time that it came out, people were gonna really blame Zack Snyder for it, like a lot. Like, and I was like, I don't think you guys should like be that harsh on him because he had to leave because of a family tragedy, which was really sad because I'm a fan of Zack Snyder's like kind of older work like 300 and Watchmen, and I like Man of Steel too. I was kind of a little bit iffy on Batman versus Superman, but I have that one on DVD. I have the Ultimate Edition, which I'm pretty sure everyone who got the DVD has the Ultimate Edition. And I think that helped out the movie a little bit more. But I wasn't too fond of it that big time, but I watched it because I'm like Batman's back in it, so it was cool. And I already talked about like Ben Affleck a little bit on my other video. And then Justice League was coming, and I felt like they rushed it too much to the freaking to the Justice League because Avengers kind of took its time. The Marvel movies took its time leading up to it, and I was like, oh, this kind of like being like competitive, like we gotta beat them to it, or we gotta be at the same level as them. But yeah, I didn't like that at all. I'm not sure if I blamed like Zack Snyder or I saw because I think I knew that it was shot. At first I thought like, you know what, I still felt like I think that was Zack Snyder's work and Josh just kind of did a little bit of work on it. And I saw the film and there were things that I didn't like. And then I saw the whole hype of the Snyder Cut. I don't even remember when I first heard about it. I think it was probably like a year after the whole thing or like 2 years ago. And then I was like, wait, what's this whole thing that's going on with the Snyder Cut? And I started looking it up and I was like, oh, cool. People are supporting, like, to release the Snyder Cut, that there's a film out there and no one knew if it was real or not. No one knew that thing that actually existed. And people were saying that is the Snyder Cut. There's no other film. But people were really pushing, there is a Snyder Cut. And I remember like the plane going up, like I remember seeing that on the news and I'm like, damn, this thing's getting really serious. And I gotta tell you right now, I wasn't one of those that was hashtag release the Snyder Cut. I didn't get involved, so I'm not one of those guys. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of you guys who were. I wasn't one of them. I wasn't against it at all. I never complained for it to like, oh no, that's whack. I would joke around with my friends sometimes and be like, hey, I would be like, release the Snyder Cut. And he's really one that was kind of against it. Like, I don't care about that movie. He's like, I could care less about that. So I'm like, and I think someone asked me, I think it was him probably like gave me one of my thoughts on it. And I'm like, well, it's pretty cool. I mean, people are supporting the director and all that. I think it's a pretty cool little thing that's going around with fandom and all that. So I'm like, well, it's pretty cool. I don't mind. I'm like, it'd be cool if they did release it. But who knows if there is one, it'd be cool if they did. And then they actually did it. They announced that it's going to be released. I remember it was like during quarantine with the coronavirus. And I sat down and there was a watch along for Batman v Superman, I think, and I watched it. I watched the whole thing. I did the whole thing, and for some reason, I had a feeling. I'm like, oh, maybe this is a surprise. Maybe there is gonna be a Justice League or something little thing. There's gonna be for the Snyder Cut that's been all hyped up around all the time, and then there wasn't anything, and I'm like, oh, okay. So it was pretty cool to hear the director's thoughts on the film, on all that, on his work on Batman v Superman. So it was pretty cool. And then I think he did something else, which I didn't see. I don't know what movie he played, probably Man of Steel. And then the news hit that he actually did it on that film. And I'm like, damn, I missed out. And it said that, yes, the Snyder Cut is going to be released. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I thought it was kind of epic. It was pretty cool. It's one of the reasons I bought the movie. You know, I saw this movie when it came out on HBO Max. I saw it. It's pretty long. But when I saw it, I was trying to tell the difference between this one and the other one, and I couldn't really see the differences. I just saw like the same. I thought it was going to be big time. It is in some ways, but my memory's kind of gone from the original one because I only saw that in theaters and I never bothered to see it again because I thought it was really terrible. I mean, so when I saw this, I did remember some scenes. I'm like, yeah, I remember that scene, but but where's the change? I'm like, it looks the same. I'm like, yeah, the Steppenwolf looks different. I'm like, they were, and then I started seeing, yeah, some changes. They weren't too, for me, it wasn't too many big changes. I might be missing on some stuff because I have to see the other one to compare it to this one. That's why some people were like, how'd you feel? How'd you feel? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I feel like I have to watch the original one, which I really don't want to actually compare it to this one. But there were some things that I did notice, like the Barry Allen scene. I know that wasn't there. I think the opening might have been different. I know the ending kind of looked the same, but I know they took out parts of the original ending, which was like the whole family that was there that they had to save, and the tint of the red. That was one of the things that bothered me about the last one is the whole tint of the red, the sky looking all red. I mean, right here, all they did was just replace it with like the way Snyder wanted it. So, but the reason I really bought this film is actually because I think it's pretty cool. I think like maybe if it wasn't like this whole thing that came out of fans and all that, maybe I would have not got it probably. But I got this because I feel like it's kind of a part of history. And me being a fan of like physical media and all that, DVDs too, and movies, I felt like I had to like be supportive and actually have my own copy of this because I think it's kind of a big deal that fans actually supported this director for his vision to come out. Me, who wants to be like a director, a screenwriter, and all that, and me reading from like when I went to school, when I was learning about film, you learn all about the like business and all that, and you learn that sometimes the producer, the studios are the ones that are gonna get in the way. And you hear it a lot. Like I used to get mad all the time. Some people would ask me, "Hey, Mike, why does this happen?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can blame the studio or the producer for this. This is that person's fault. This is that person's fault." Because you read about it and then you find out that from the actor or from the director, you're like, "Oh, well, they told me I couldn't do this. They told me I couldn't do that. Oh, they said I had to change this to that, and I really wanted it to be this way." And so I think it's pretty cool. I think it's like a part of like history, as I said, and that's why I decided to go buy it. That's why it was a big deal for me. But I wanted to be honest. I'm not one of the people that was out there saying hashtag release the Snyder Cut. I'm not one of them. But like I said, I wasn't one of the persons that was against it. I wasn't talking smack on those people. I was just like, cool, if it is, if this get released, that's cool. If it doesn't, then damn, that's pretty cool that he has all those fans backing him up. Especially when you get like a plane. And I think there is other big signs, like I think a construction site or somewhere. When he was coming out on the news, you're like, damn, this thing's really getting serious. And when I was thinking about it today, I'm like, it reminds me of the whole, I forgot what that documentary was called, of the Tim Burton was supposed to make that Superman with Nicolas Cage, and it never got made. But now, ever since that documentary came out, everyone's like, what if that movie came out, you know? Like, there's that whole imagining. So I'm like, it'd be pretty cool either way. It just kind of stayed mysterious, the Snyder Cut, if it stayed mysterious. But it's also cool that he actually got to release it and he got to present it to his fans, you know? These people are really rooting for him and really wanted this to come out, and it did, and they got it. And there's a lot of videos out there with these guys really happy that it came out. And so me, just I think it's an important part of like movie history, DVD. I mean, it came out on physical media. Having my own copy of it, it's cool that I have this one and not the other one. So yeah, that's my thing on Justice League, my thoughts on Justice League, my unboxing on Justice League. And here's the DVD again for you guys to see. I got the Blu-ray copy. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know if the stores are like holding off on them. I don't know why they're not out all over the place right now. I mean, but I'm sure they're gonna pop up, especially that Best Buy had the sticker already, so they're gonna pop up soon. But over here in my city, I got lucky, my town, I got lucky that I actually found it. And I'm happy to share with you guys. I have this. I'm gonna have to wait because I'm not gonna do the 4 hours today. I don't like to watch movies in parts. I mean, I'll probably try it with this one this time. But the first time I saw it, I didn't watch it in parts. I actually sat through the whole thing because I don't like doing the whole part thingy. Since I did it once, I'll probably do it next time now. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I think you guys saw that I had the pops of Superman already. I got the Superman Justice League pops. So yeah, if you enjoyed my video, please hit that like button and subscribe.